Welcome back to the 420 Tarot Lounge. My name's Friday. We are going to do a quick 7 pull this round, and let's see what the messages are. If you've made it here, that means our energies have synchronized. If you are a returning viewer, I thank you very much for stopping by again. And if you're new, again, our energies have synchronized. I've already cleared, cleansed the cards and the space. I've meditated and I have lit my candle of intention for this reading. So again, this is a 7-card read. We're going to go ahead and cut the cards. And let's see what we've got going on here for the Vibe Tribe. I haven't called you guys that in a while, the Vibe Tribe. I look back at some of my older videos and I'm like, oh my goodness. But I don't want to take them down because there are messages there that somebody may need to hear. So my readings are timeless and for entertainment purposes only. Spirit, Source, God. Oh boy, I didn't even get to ask the whole thing. 5 of Swords. That's your energy there. This is going to be your obstacle. So, you are fearless. I feel it. You are unstoppable. 3 of Wands. That's your, you're almost like you're maybe in a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a waiting game. So there's 2 cards here. The third one is your solution, which is this card here. The Knight of Discs or the Knight of Pentacles. That's your solution. And your future is the 8 of Discs. This next card is the action that you will either need to implement or inaction to either obtain or avoid your Knight of Pentacles, the Fool. Wow. So the Fool, it can mean a clean slate. It can mean a new beginning. But it could also mean needing to make choices or looking inward at yourself for, I want to say, your level of immaturity or maturity. This is your shadow self. It's Ace of Wands is there. So there's definitely passion. There's definitely your shadow self. Let's see what else we got on the go here. And then I'm going to have a sit. Page of Wands. That is your higher self there. And we have the Page of Discs as the overall energy for these 7 cards. Okay, let's have a sit here. You have a very, you are very, you're a go-getter. You are, like I said, you're unstoppable. And I almost get the feeling that at times you have a disregard for others. Hopefully everybody's honest with themselves. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't normally sugarcoat anything. I do try to give it a little bit of a sensitive vocabulary because YouTube likes to not push those videos out. So you are trying to work your way. There's maybe an uncertainty on what to do next. You're ready to do something next, but you are unsure on how you want to proceed or how to maybe even go about proceeding moving forward. You're definitely going to be diligent at working. You're highly motivated, and you're going to be diligent at looking after what it is that you want to accomplish. So you either want to avoid or obtain that opportunity. Your shadow self is making you small. It feels as though there's a little bit of self-doubt on your abilities. Although you've demonstrated time and time again that you are quite capable of doing your thing, there's a little bit of self-doubt in the background that could be hindering your progress, your ability to obtain the necessary avenue to get to your future, to get to your Knight of Pentacles. This Fool card is this Fool card is opportunities that are presented, opportunities that you you may not want to consider them because you think you're not good enough. You may not want to consider them because you think the competition's going to be too stiff. You may not want to consider them because they're going to diminish you in some way, because your sabotage self or your shadow self has been conditioned that you are not worthy. When totally the opposite is in fact true. Everybody is worthy. Everybody is worthy. So your higher self is the Page of Wands. And this could be your spirit guides, but you see there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of optimism, there's a lot of, like the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is more of ghoulish, I guess, but the Page of Wands is an unstoppable force, always looking to learn, looking to move, looking to, and you see here he's looking forward, looking to the future, and looking up, sort of. So I'm seeing here that you might want to lay off the self-doubt. If you have If you take actual real life experiences on how in that situation and how you've performed and how and that's really your don't let your shadow self shortchange you. Oh, which ones am I going to do for a clear? I'm going to do the Love Oracle for the clarity. This is going to be a shorty. Look, we're only at 10 minutes. Hokey doodle. This is the quickest I've done these, I think. Okay, so is there any additional message or any additional advice that you would like to put forward for our viewer today? Okay, so what do we've got here? We've got the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. So like I said, your shadow self is trying to keep you held back, trying to make it so that you feel like you're chasing and chasing and chasing. Now, of course, life is a journey, not a destination, but it keeps you in that chasing mode, so you don't get to have any kind of Four of Wands type of experience. But any other advice that you would like to provide, Spirit, Source, God, for this reading today? Not today. That's so funny. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. So this could be like an internal like an internal type conversation that you have with, between yourself and your subconscious. I think that there is a real battle there, and I think it could be from trauma from previous, so it could be even like a PTSD type response that this is. Mirroring each other's self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. Okay, so and then on the bottom of this, it's the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle. So yes, be careful that you don't get stuck in the chaser mode, which is also like a giving off the frequency of lack, of not having enough. It's the same sort of frequency. This not today. Don't be careful what bullshit you put up with on this journey, or on this part of your journey. And try not to let people's attitudes, don't take it personally. Your Page of Wands here, so your higher self is, like I said, look at your previous experiences and how you've performed, and take that as the proof, not this sabotage, which is the sabotage king, which is our subconscious or our shadow self. So again, my name's Friday. This is the 420 Tarot Lounge. I do appreciate each and every viewer, so if you like my interpretation of the cards, please go ahead and pass that puff, smash that like button, and subscribe if you're so inclined. I do try and put out a video at least one a day. Some days I do miss because I do have things going on here that are a little bit out of my control. But I do try and put out at least one video a day. So I do hope you join me again. And I hope everybody has as best a day as they can in the situation they find themselves. Namaste.